Why is symbol-to-primitive important for JavaScript type coercion? Imagine you're working with objects in JavaScript and want them to behave differently depending on how they are used. Maybe you want an object to turn into a string when you concatenate it, or into a number when you do math. That's where symbol-to-primitive comes into play. It's like giving your objects a special instruction manual for how they should turn into basic data types. In JavaScript, type coercion happens all the time. When you add a string and a number, JavaScript converts the number into a string to make the operation work. When you compare an object with a primitive, JavaScript tries to turn the object into a primitive value first. Without a clear way to do this, the results can be unpredictable or confusing. Symbol-to-primitive is a built-in symbol that you can add as a method to your objects. This method gets called whenever JavaScript needs to convert your object into a primitive. It receives a hint that tells it what kind of primitive is expected. The hints are number for numeric operations, string for string operations, and default for general cases. Based on this hint, your method can return the most appropriate primitive value. Before symbol-to-primitive existed, JavaScript used a mix of the valueOf and toString methods to handle conversions. But this could be inconsistent because the engine might choose one method over the other without clear rules. With symbol-to-primitive, you get a single, clear way to control how your objects convert, making your code more predictable. Let's say you have a custom object representing a user with a name and balance. By implementing symbol-to-primitive, you can decide that when used in a string context, it returns the user's name. When used in a numeric context, it returns the balance. This makes the object behave in a way that makes sense for each situation. This control is especially useful in web development. When you create APIs or libraries, you want your objects to behave consistently in different operations. Using symbol-to-primitive ensures your objects respond correctly whether they're being added, compared, or displayed as strings. In short, symbol-to-primitive is important because it gives you the power to tell JavaScript exactly how your objects should turn into primitive values. This makes your code more reliable and easier to understand. It helps you manage type coercion smoothly and keeps your programs predictable during conversions.